Larocque's from St. Anne, Manitoba. Of course, she has won 2 gold medals and a silver with the Olympic team, and she was named to the hockey roster for the 2026 Milano Cortina team, the Olympic Winter Games. Those announcements came out Friday. The games are coming up soon, next month. This will be her 4th Winter Games, and she's made some time for us. She's on Zoom this morning. Congrats on being named to the team.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So where were you when you found out? Do you actually find out when we find out and watch this video, or do they call you ahead of time, give you a heads up?
The day before we found out, and I was in Ottawa.
Yeah. So what was the reaction from you and from your supporters and your family?
I mean, just so much like joy and ecstatic. I was just incredibly honored to be, selected on that team. Actually, my dad was here visiting, so I told him to leave the room just in case and just to give me some privacy. But as soon as I found out, then we hugged. I called my partner, my sister, my rest of my family.
What does it mean to you at this stage of your career? I mean, obviously, even asking your dad to leave the room just in case would allude to the fact that maybe somewhere in your head you weren't sure you were going to make the roster for your 4th games.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have assumed that they made the roster. And I think it's something that, I try to earn every day. And I don't just assume because I've been on the team that I'll make it. So I think that's the mentality that has helped me stay on the team.
Yeah. The team needs experience, especially this time around, though. How do you feel heading into the Olympics, given that your lead up against the Americans obviously didn't go as you'd hoped as they took the games off you guys?
No, I mean, it definitely didn't go as hope, but it's something that we can learn and get better. And the biggest thing that we learned is that wasn't good enough. So we've been doing Zoom calls, trying to get better every day. And I think individually, bringing extra, but the one thing that it didn't do is that it didn't waver our confidence. We're going there expecting gold and playing for gold.
We have this little clip to play for you, Jocelyne. I love this because for people that missed this announcement on Friday, they're doing the team announcements in a really unique way. So just have a quick little listen here.
Jocelyne Larocque, St. Anne, Manitoba.
So you might be able to tell that little voice doesn't match Jocelyne's voice. That's because it's a little girl, a young female hockey player. They're in their Olympic uniform and they're announcing your name. I always wondered, did you guys get to meet the kids that were going to say your names?
No, and actually we didn't even know that that's how they were going to announce it. I saw that that's how they did it for the men, so I was hoping that that's how they would do it for the women, and they did. And I think that probably would have been a pretty special moment for those 23 young female hockey players to put on the uniform and probably visualize themselves one day wearing that uniform.
Yeah. What would little Jocelyne think about your Olympic success?
Man, little Jocelyne would be so ecstatic. And, it was a dream of mine once the first Olympics, the 98 Olympics where women's hockey participated for the first time. That's where my dream sparked. So, if little Jocelyne knew that she was going to her 4th Olympics, she'd be just ecstatic. And hockey's always given me so much joy. So, yeah, she'd be pretty excited.
How's the PWHL play going to help you guys?
Oh, I mean, I think, and I've said this before, I think this Olympics will be the fastest paced Olympics ever because there's so many players that are playing at a high level every night. So it's just going to bring up the level of play, not only for Canada and US, but, Czechia, there's, I believe, 7 or 8 athletes that are in the PWHL, and Finland, there's a handful as well, and Sweden as well. So it's just going to elevate.
You're talking about the experienced players like yourself and others in the PWHL as well, but this team has a kind of a core of an experienced group, but then there's a lot of younger players too. Some were even born in 2001, and even thinking about Katie Tabin, first Olympic Games from here in Winnipeg, really exciting. What do you hope to pass along to them about the mindset going into the Olympic Games versus, other competitions that, those that have never experienced this?
Yeah, I mean, those players know that the Olympics, it's its own beast, for the sense of pressure. But at the end of the day, it is still just another game and another tournament. And you've prepared, the preparation doesn't start when we get there. So to assure those athletes that you're ready, and you're not just ready to make the team, you're ready to contribute and help us win. So all those first Olympians, they're ready to contribute. They're ready to make an impact on the team and not just like happy to be there. So it's definitely on us veteran players to make them feel that, believe that, and know that.
What's it been like for you to see the interest in women's hockey skyrocket with the creation of the PWHL?
Yeah, I mean it's almost surreal. I guess like so late in my career, I almost have to remind myself that like this is something that isn't just like a one game off, like we played in Winnipeg with the 2018 team, and that was sold out, and I've been a part of like sold out venues here and there, but the fact that it's like night in, night out, um, it's amazing. And I just think of my younger self and so many of my teammates that I played with in the past, younger selves, and if they could have seen this, I wouldn't have been telling people when I was younger that I'd be playing in the NHL. I would have told them I'd be playing in the PWHL one day. So it's great that little girls can, say that and have that dream and see it possible.
Yeah. Are any of your supporters going to make it to Italy for the games?
Yeah, actually, my sister and her whole family, my dad and his partner, my partner, a couple of my extended family too. So it's tough to get tickets. So that's kind of the the thing that we're trying to do right now. But I have a lot of support, which I would not be here without them. So I'm happy that they can share it with me.
Well, we'll be cheering for you from here in Manitoba as we do our armchair analysis of the games from Winnipeg. Thank you very much, Jocelyne. Congrats on being named to Team Canada again.
Thank you so much.
That's Jocelyne Larocque with us live via Zoom, a three-time Olympic medalist from St. Anne, Manitoba. She will compete with the Canadian women's hockey team in the 2026 Milano Cortina Olympic Winter Games. Also, Katie Tabin named to the team from Winnipeg. It's her first games, or will be. Canada's first game is Thursday, February 5th. Puck drop, 2:10 Central Time. Remember that we have... obviously, that time difference to contend with. The always anticipated USA-Canada matchup, in case you're curious, is scheduled for February 10th.